How's everybody doing? Mike here, Let's Turn 2 with another production run video. Those of you who have followed the channel know I have done this already for Topps Series 2 as well as Update. I did not have a channel, was not making content when Series 1 came out, so I thought it would be interesting now that everything has been released for Flagship to go back and take a look and compare the three releases in terms of their production run, and we're going to go one step further and compare it to 2020 as well as 2019. As an example of how I get the numbers that I do, we are going to go back and run through Topps Series 1 of this year, and you can let me know if you agree, if you disagree, of how I'm coming up with these numbers, but I focus on the gold parallels. Why the gold parallels? Because they are numbered to whatever year you are in, and they are across the board. It doesn't matter if you open a hobby pack, a hobby jumbo pack, or if you go into retail and get a blaster box, hanger box, whatever, those 2021 gold parallels are across the board. So when you see these numbers that I have, I am only focusing on the hobby packs, the regular hobby packs. So let's go ahead. Let's label this 21 Topps Series 1. Really for no other reason than to make it look some kind of official. Even though this is not official, don't take this as factual. It's just my guess using the numbers that Topps gives us on the back of their packs. Now, with a hobby pack of Series 1, you get 14 cards to a pack, and they tell us to find one gold parallel, you have to open 27 packs. Which means to find one gold parallel card, you are going to sort through 378 total cards. Let's just say I wanted to focus on getting all 2021 of one player. Well, we've got 2021 times, to find one of them, we have to go through 378 cards. That would mean to find one player, all 2021, you would have to sort through 763,938 total cards. Now, we are led to believe that all 330 of this year's Series 1 base set have the gold parallels, so we have to now go one step further. 330 in the base set times that number there, because that's what it was just to find one of them, and that gives us a grand total of 252,099,540 cards. That is my guess as to how many total Topps Series 1 cards between hobby, between retail, base cards, insert cards, everything. That is how much I believe was made this year of Topps Series 1. Now, I said before, what I am interested in is the base cards. How much of each base card, and let's be honest, it's looking at the base rookie cards. How much of each of those are being made? Now, I'm just going to split this number 50-50. Let's just say that half of the production run are all of your inserts, your parallels, whether they be numbered or not, your autographs, your memorabilia cards, your manufactured memorabilia cards, your, let's say, retail exclusives like the Walgreens yellow, the Walmart blues, the Target red, all of that stuff. We are going to say 50% of the production run is all of the inserts, and then 50% is the base. If someone wanted to convince me that there's actually more base being made, that should be more like 60-40, if not 70-30, I would certainly listen to that and probably agree. But to keep it simple and to come up with a number that I think is the lowest number possible, we're going to keep it even with 50-50. That would mean 126,049,770 of each. 126 million of the non-base cards, and then 126 million of the base. Let's just assume that all base cards are printed equally. We divide that number by the 330 card base set, and that comes up with each card being made 381,969. That is what I am projecting each Series 1. I'll go ahead and put Series, let's say 2021 here. Series 1, 381,969, and that number could certainly be a little bit higher if this number is not split in half. If it's 70-30 base to inserts, this number would go up. It may be 400,000 or a little bit more, but this is a nice starting point number of at least how much of each base card, each rookie base card, was being made. Again, I have these numbers off to the side. For Series 2 and update, so we'll go ahead and put Series 2 and update. Oop, I don't know why I did a capital there, but that's alright. These two, their gold parallels, the odds of getting those golds were the exact same. So those numbers, the gold parallels, I forget exactly what it was. Was it 1 in 14? But it was identical. 14 cards to a pack, and I believe it was 1 in 14 got the gold. But those came to 198,058 for each. So I know there's popular belief out there that update printed just a ton, but by my numbers, Series 2 and update were actually printed about half of what Series 1 was printed. So let me know what you think of that. I was kind of shocked when I seen that. I would have assumed that as you moved throughout the year, they would make more and more, but they actually made less and less. I said I was going to compare it to the last 2 years, so let's go ahead and do that. For 2020, Series 1, we are looking at 197,960 cards. So pretty consistent with Series 2 and update of this year, but still about half of what Series 1 this year made. For Series 2, that number did come down quite a bit to 127,260. There were a lot of factors going on when Series 2 was coming out as to why not as much was probably produced. But yeah, that number is significantly down from Series 1. As we go to update, that number goes up to 226,240. So we're starting to see a trend here. Update makes 226,000 in 2020. A few months later, in 2021 Series 1, that number goes up even more. And then for whatever reason, probably for the better, that number starts to go back down with Series 2 and update this year. Now let's go to 2019, Series 1. And that number, this is what's really crazy to me. For Series 1 in 2019, it was 70,665. That means over 5 times more of this year's Series 1 was being made compared to 2019's Series 1. Series 2, now this is the one that really, this was the release that I think really got a lot of people's attention with Tatis Jr., Vladdy Jr., Eloy, Pete Alonso. In Series 2, they were all in this set. This one was produced 84,798. And then for update, that number goes up to 113,064. So there you have it, folks. This is what my math and my math alone, giving the pack odds on the hobby packs of Topps, this is what my math is showing in terms of the production runs. And, you know, there are definitely some trends that we are seeing. 2019, they made more, and more just as the year went along. As 2020 started, they made even more than update of the year before. Series 2, that one, you know, they made less of, but there were a lot of other factors going on at the time for that. Update comes back making even more than Series 1. Series 1 of 2020 makes even more than that. And then, for whatever reason, for Series 2 and update, they make less. So what are we looking for in 2022? I think Series 1 is going to have a ton printed. And by the way, I did just say I think, I don't know. None of this is factual, just my guesses. But it would not shock me if 2022 Series 1 is closer to about 500,000 per card. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Again, for all these numbers, it was the hobby packs. So even if you don't agree, you have to at least admit that I am using the same equation to come up with all of these numbers. So even if it's not accurate, it is consistent because I'm using the same thing with each release. So I thank everyone for sticking with me there with all of these numbers. I know the math side of things doesn't interest anyone. I just love it. And as a thank you, we're going to open a couple of packs here. I had some blaster boxes sitting around, so I just grabbed a pack of each. I like to open in two, so I thought let's just do 2 packs. We have an update and Allen and Ginter, so let's just go ahead. We can move this off to the side now. Let's start with the Allen and Ginter. We've got Mark McGwire. Is that Zach Wheeler? Nice Hall of Famer. Paul Molitor. One of the minis of Haesung Kim. Rookie card. It's kind of nice. And Isaac Paredes rookie. So, nothing too crazy going on there, but not bad. And now one of our update packs. Just talking about this release, so let's take a look at some of it. Taylor Trammell rookie. Sam Huff, Luis Garcia debut rookie, Martin Maldonado, Cole Tucker, Tyler Nevin rookie, Pache debut. It's a nice throwback insert. Mike Piazza, Hall of Famer, Clayton Kershaw, rookie of Carlos Hernandez, rookie combo there. I don't remember seeing any rookie combos in Series 1 or 2, do you? Maybe this is something just for update, but I could be remembering wrong. Taylor Rogers, Daniel Ponce de Leon, and we end with Kyle Gibson. So, hope everyone enjoyed this. I thank you all for checking the channel out. I'll see you all on the next one, and take care.